Alright, y'all. I actually haven't done anything in the garage today. Had to go have the our Explorer serviced. And then after that, it was run some errands. Then I have been recording a video today. It's been at a F800 chassis video. This is all the same day. Did go out, like I said, while I was out running errands, I went back by that discount outlet. They got two more pair of the big pit bull pliers. They only had one more set of the small ones, so I got it. Two more pair of the regular pliers. Two more pair of the dikes. And they had these. I didn't see these last time. Just a little Allen key set, standard and metric. So I bought two of those. One of these is mine to keep. I'm probably going to go ahead and keep one set of these as well to go with my other set. And I'm at least giving one big set away, one small set, and probably these, and I might even give the dikes away. I might keep one pair. I haven't quite decided yet. I kind of like having extras on some of these, so I might just keep one extra of all and then it leaves me with a set to give away. What else I picked up today? They had some DeWalt razor blades, 30 pack for $6. Had a Husky razor blade, $4. Got this bit set of DeWalt bits. It's a 30-piece set. It was $5, so that was a good deal. It's nice having little places like that where you can get stuff pretty cheap and good stuff too. And then this showed up while I was making that last video. If you remember, I stopped and said the UPS was here, and he had the it was a fuel pump for the 51. We'll show you what we got. I didn't order one of the cheap Chinese ones. I know like old Puddin' and them, he buys those like 3 packs off eBay or Amazon. I think it's Amazon. And I'll probably buy some of those just like keep an extra one in the car just in case something happens. Anyway, I went with a Carter fuel pump. It's let's see here. It's got a built-in filter. Let me just prop this up more. Alright, so here's the actual fuel pump itself. Bad thing about setting this on a tilted hood and it being round, it wants to roll. I think these were, I'm not sure what those are. Oh, I think they originally covered these and they just come off. That's your power leads. I think it's got an inlet, outlet, and a filter. This is your mounting bracket. Comes with lines. One of them's ground, the other's hot end. 3/8 fuel barbs. And then mounting bolts, hose clamps, yada yada yada. It's even got rubber insulators that'll go, you see right here. And this allows you to, you can clock this thing however you like. So, I think these actually, you see they got the groove in them, maybe. So I'm assuming you could Probably work those in there. And then you can clock it however you like. I'll play with that design, figure out where we actually want to mount this. I mean, so we can turn the mounting bracket this way or other way. Just all depends on clearance and what we need. So that's something we'll kind of play around with. Anyway, factory tested and approved. Like I said, I didn't want to buy one of the cheap Chinese ones. I'm not saying that's not made in China. I don't know if it says on the box or not. Fit form, quarter, yeah, made in China. It's hard to find things that are not made in China anymore, really. But I don't know. Like I said, it's got the built-in filter you can change out. To me, it just seems like a little bit of a better quality. Came with some instructions, I believe. I think I dropped them. Anyway, but so I guess this video that this is going to be a start for. I'm not working on it today. Maybe tomorrow. Anyways, like I said, we got this thing unpackaged. So we'll be installing this, getting it set up, putting in the fuel block off plate. Figuring out exactly where we want to mount it, and it's going to be fun. The clearances are a little tied under the back of the car. But anyways, I'll be back with you when we get ready to install this thing. Alright guys, I went ahead and just kind of pre-assembled this. That way you can kind of see. It's a nice little setup. I do like this. It's got a little retaining clip. Once you slide your terminals on, you slide that on, it locks into place. That way your terminals don't just kind of pop off. Of course, it's just a ground and a hot. This goes to a accessory activated, essentially constant power, or not constant power, accessory activated power. You know, the way any electric fuel pump does. I can still change things up, but I think it's turned the way I'd like for it to be mounted. Of course, I still got to do the some thread sealant, Teflon tape, whatever. Here, it came with a few different hose clamps, you know, bolts to mount this up. So they'll be going under the 51. I think I've got a spot. So here's the fuel tank, of course, in the back of the car. You know, the outlet for the fuel is pretty much directly under this, and I got a little wall, little spot right here behind this panel that comes up to about here. So I think the fuel pump will actually get mounted to that particular wall, and then that way I can kind of keep it close by. Oh, damn near tripped. Almost stepped on the creeper and went for a spin. I'll get under and look. I mean, I don't think I'm going to mount it to the frame of where it's at. Like I said, I think it'll be just mounted to the sheet metal. But regardless, it'll get mounted. But we'll take care of that here soon. I'm going in the house right now. Left my hat. So we'll be back on this soon. All right, y'all. It's been a few days since we've been in here working on the fuel system. Turn that fan off, that way I can talk to you. So off camera, I went ahead and installed the block off plate. Removed the old car or fuel pump. Sorry, I'm moving my fan. Knocking shit over. Yeah, off camera, like I said, I removed the mechanical fuel pump. Went ahead and installed my block off plate. Now we're going to figure out where we're going to mount this new Carter electric one. I know it's a better quality videos of this without holding this camera so much, but apparently I lied. Now I'm working on it. It was just trying to multitask, keep this thing going. Anyway, let me get my little camera and we'll get down here under the car. Why is that? That was real smart. Got my batteries plugged up and didn't turn on the power strip. Just happened to notice it. I'd been mad damn it here in about an hour or so. I went to go check on them and they hadn't charged it all. Alright, anyway, there's our Carter fuel pump. This is just kind of mocked up. I can reclock this thing. So anyway, let's get under here and take a look. Alright, we're back underneath. So there's the fuel tank, rear end, part of my Watts link and exhaust. So here's the fuel outlet, and then here's the trunk floor. And I've got this shelf right here. Let's see if I can get a little more light. Anyway, there we go. Maybe, possibly. That works. Alright, so what I'm thinking is I can either, because the Watts link, the rear end is all the way high as it's going to go. So this bar I'm not worried about, because as the suspension travels, this bar here is going to come down. So I've got this little area here. I can literally mount this thing right here. I will probably flip this mount upside down just to get it the whole thing closer to the top, so it'll be up here, not so far down. Other options, like I said, I can this fuel line, son of a bitch, here I'm dropping it. Fuel line here won't be in the way, so get up underneath the board better. Basically the same way. If I turn it, actually I'm kind of liking that right there. It puts it really close to the fuel inlet. I'm still above that Watts link, and regardless I'll clear it from straight up and down. So I think it there is overall a good location. It puts us real close to the inlet, and then I can snake over either way. Like I said, I just got to flip this thing. I could turn it a couple different directions, but I think that'll work for us. Like I said, we'll just tap into this panel here, drill our holes through it, and mount it there. I mean, I could not even use this mounting bracket and use it as a pattern and drill 3 holes here and have it flush mount to the bottom of the floor pan. And that's all you'd see in the floor is you know, those 3 right there. Doesn't really save us much room. So, like I said, what I think I'm going to do is turn this mount, face it the other way, because this is the outlet, this is the inlet. But we'll do it, flip it where the inlet's over, mount right there. I think it's pretty clean. Like I said, it's close to the fuel tank, because you don't want to be too far away. Unfortunately, I can't mount it over here on the frame rail. My exhaust is right here, and this is going to get real close to the ground in general. Actually, exhaust is just about touching that mount. So, yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. I'm going to take it apart, flip it, and I've got a silver Sharpie so we can mark this. We'll mark our holes and get her mounted up. Alright y'all, I think right there is the spot it's going to live. You can see we're not terribly far from the inlet over here. It's got it tucked up pretty high. It is kind of close to this exhaust, but I think it'll be fine. Worst case is I can make it a little bit of a heat shield. So, unfortunately I don't think I'm going to film me drilling this hole and holding the camera. I'll try to set it up. Let me see what I can do. Alright y'all, this is a little tricky to get into. I've got my shortest bit I got. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to drill this one hole. I'm going to take the mounting bracket off the water, or off the fuel pump, and we'll go into the inside of the trunk. Easier to mark the holes and drill from there with, you know, not everything nearly in the way. So, where'd that mark it? There it is. I know I marked it. There it is. Ain't no real good way to get in here. Alright y'all, there's our hole we drilled through the back side. Let's get this camera set up. What I'm thinking, I'll go ahead and drill it out a little bigger, and that way I can match it up. Go ahead and bolt this in. I can mark the other 3 holes, that way they're exactly where they need to be. I'd like to put rib certs in it. Problem is I don't know if I could get a rib cert in through that back side. We can try. And I don't think they work real well going the other way. So, and kind of might interfere with some of our, I can't even think what they're called now, with our interior panels. But first, let's get this marked up and cut, and I'll see about getting some light in here. Got this ready to be bolted in. Downside, I ain't gonna be able to do this by myself. I need an extra set of hands. So let me go out there and see if I can get the boss lady to come out here for a minute. Maybe she will. We'll find out. Now, round 2. Let's try this again. Apparently it didn't start recording. Anyways, we got this installed. So we got a nice fit. Still got to add the thread tape to the barbs. Ground wire is hooked up. You know, still got to run our hot lead. No big deal there. Right here on our fuel line, crap. We're probably going to make you reuse some of the hard line, make a 90 bend, you know, 90s out, just a small piece of 3/8 fuel line connecting them. So I'll just drop it, it'll come down, and then just right back over to this. And then same thing here. You can see where we've got it on the frame. We'll probably end up splitting it somewhere back in here, rework this line just where it turns, and then use a piece of rubber fuel line to connect it back. Crap. Other than that, what we're going to do, like I said, I'm trying to clean up the trying to keep the engine bay clean and simple. I'm going to come up here, we're going to go ahead and remove this and flip it and figure out where we want the fuel line to come up. I said currently, where is it? I've got it, it terminates back here at a little rubber, piece of rubber line. So I might go ahead and modify it right there, add a bend, go up over behind the transmission. I do have a inline glass filter. I know I've showed it in the previous video. I know it's around here somewhere too. I tell you, I am the world's worst about setting something down and then can't find it. And what's bad is it's probably sitting right here in plain sight. It's actually still attached to the engine. So we're going to remove this. Oh, there you go, it's off. Like I said, we're going to flip that around. I can see how close it gets to the firewall. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright, we went ahead and got this thing flipped around, but that runs us into another problem. I didn't like initially when it was up here. You know, it was coming out right here, and then I've got my alternator. I've got heater hose here, heater hose here. There's just everything right here in this area. And it was real close to where this particular heater hose was. And then I would have had to snake the fuel line initially over and down through here with a block off. And I don't know, it's just didn't like the way it looked. Now this I think is cleaner, but the downside, you can see we're pretty close to the firewall. Now I could probably make a real hard 90. I mean, literally just and connect it with a rubber hose where it connects 90s over, or even maybe even a 90. I can't even think. Brass fitting or some sort. Anyways, got our fuel filter here, just old school clear inline. With this little recess, we got a nice little spot for it somewhere in this area here. It'll just be supported by the fuel line. So I'm trying to figure out how I want to mount it. Even if I want to run that one, I don't know. I've got options, but I do want to rework this a little bit. Anyways, we'll figure this out. Well, got a little distracted. Kept bumping into this, you know, where all the wiring was, and I need to take it off anyways. So I went ahead and pulled it off. I think I've decided where the bolts run into this. I'm gonna go ahead and add some rib certs. Just make it a little nicer, a little cleaner. So, but that also made it a little easier for me to get in here and do some work. So we'll just throw this in with it. Alright, y'all. Alright, y'all. Get that little panel prepped, some rib certs installed. Time to prime. loose. Make myself a... Alright, y'all. While the paint's drying, let's get back on this fuel line. I have a piece here, you see it's been just a little beyond 90. Not worried about that in particular, but if I trim it down a little bit and we just kind of butt these two up, I think that gets me in a good location. Actually, I could even, we could do that, take it down and then over, kind of hide our fuel filler down a little lower. Let's give that a go. Alright, y'all, we got this figured out. See, it comes over, it's not touching the firewall there. Comes over, drops down, we'll drop between the engine and the firewall there. And ties right back into where we were. Still got to put my clamps there, and I still got to get a couple of those little, well, what are those called? Those little, basically it's a hose clamp, but it's for strapping it to the side. Good God, I can't even think. Got a pack of them right here. Rubber insulators. There we go. So I'll end up putting a couple of those on it. And but that should be good. I said it cleaned that up a little bit. I did have to, I kind of slightly bent this over because it was going straight and bumping right here in the firewall. I did scratch it up a little, unfortunately. But so I just gave it a little tweak over, aimed it towards that little dip in. Fits a lot better now. Last thing to do is you know, crawl underneath and figure out that part there. And then new fuel pump install will be done. Well, not done. Still got to wire it to power. Trying to decide if I want to rig it to a toggle switch and hide it somewhere. That way it's almost anti-theft. People, you know, somebody does try to steal it, they won't get very far unless they're just loading it on a trailer. But if they, you know, able to hot wire and drive it and they don't know to flip that switch, they won't make it far before they die. So that's what I'm kind of thinking. Put it on a constant hot and then have me a little toggle hidden. Anyways, let's get back to it. Alright, y'all. Finish this up. So we got just one of the rubber hose on this side. Just shorten this one, tied this in. Only issue I think I'm going to see, and I don't really think it's an issue. Right now this hose is rubbing right here on the bottom of the body. When I end up buying my heater hose, I'll just take a small piece, slit it, and then put it over this and wrap it. That'll just keep it from, you know, having to worry about it rubbing. But I think that's it on this. Other than that, like I said, I still got to do the wiring on it. But it's installed. Like I said, it ain't too far from the tank. I think it was overall a good location for it. So, anyway, I think we're going to kind of end this one here. That's all on this fuel pump. A little, God, I cannot talk. Alright guys, I think we're going to end this one here. That's enough on this fuel pump install. You know, it's pretty straightforward. Anybody can do it. Like I said, mainly I'm just trying to make things look a little better, clean it up. So, what's up everybody? As you can tell, I'm back in the hotel room here in Atlanta. So, doing some editing on video right now while I'm stuck here. Good use of my time. Anyways, I'm editing, currently doing this fuel pump video, and I guess I lost the last little bit of footage. Anyway, I mean, we finished up the video for the most part, just didn't get to do my outro. With that being said, I appreciate y'all watching. Like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think about the video. As I post this, I see my junkyard crawl video seems to be doing pretty well, which is cool. Seems y'all like that kind of content, so we'll see about doing some more stuff like that. So I've got This fuel video coming out. After that will be part 2 on the grill fabrication, the floating grill. I got a special project I'm kind of working on, video project. It might take a little bit. I've got to get with a few people, do a couple interviews, I guess you'd say. But anyway, like I said, I just want to end this video here. Thank y'all again for watching. So like, subscribe, and comment. Hope y'all come back in the future for more videos. Anyways, since I'm stuck in the hotel for at least another couple hours waiting on a train, we'll continue editing videos. Yay! See y'all next time.